trouble in mind. I am blue, but I won't be blue always. Well, the sun gonna shine in my back door someday. I'm gonna lay my head on that lonesome railroad line and let that 219 pacify my mind.
You're listening to Archimedia's Web on Alverno Inferno Free Radio. Stay tuned.
At midnight, and my lamp is turned down low. Never had so much trouble in my life before.
I'm Jacob Hay. I am the Executive Director of Organization for Inspiration. We are an organization of people who are not for profit, and our goal is to inspire and to be inspired.
When the fire's too hot, you fed it too much. We may be unarmed, but we're dangerous.
Organization for Inspiration is a newly formed local collective organization by and for artists, filmmakers, poets, musicians, storytellers, and people like you in the Milwaukee area to organize and inspire.
I can feel the tremble coming, so rise up early with the morning, and I can hear the captain shouting, oh, like a slow-moving train, your pain is rolling.
The O4I organizes performance-oriented events centered around a shared theme and asks people to join them in expression.
Like Mary in Christ, I am betrayed. I am worshipped without grace. Daggers and I wear them on me. I collect your daggers, I wear them on me, but I don't use them, 'cause love's got a hold of me.
I met a young woman named Twick at MyAd at pre-college, and we talked about several concepts that we had of what we would want to do to make a difference in the community. We ended up with Organization for Inspiration.
This goes out to any and everybody who either need to step their game up or sit down somewhere.
So who are these people, really?
Everybody's a rapper, everybody's a trapper, everybody
I am a poet, singer-songwriter, artist.
I'm well connected, so I'm well respected. I know who got it and who don't, who want it and who won't. Watch your pocket.
We are currently listening to one of our featured artists. His name is Danny Zuko, and he is a local Milwaukee musician.
So what are the chances when everybody rapping and trapping? Everybody on the scene, nobody seen what happened.
Organization for Inspiration works with artists, musicians, poets, painters, writers, and all other creative talent to find a way to bring creative people together to voice their opinions. I wanted to lean more towards an organization that was arts-oriented, that doubled as a sort of activist organization in which people could come together and voice their opinions about a shared concept. And that's how Organization for Inspiration came about.
Everybody's a customer. I'm gonna be above, so show me some love. Don't mistake me for no buster. I'm well connected, so I'm well respected. I know who got it and who don't, who want it and who won't. Watch your pocket politicking about your paper pursuing. No matter what you're doing, gotta keep it moving. The difference between who I am, who I'm not, and who I will be all depends on if you want.
This is a poem that I wrote after a lot of experience with perceptions being thrown at who I am or who other people are, and in deep contemplation of what it is to be human, and it is called I Am Not a Republican. I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I am not liberal. I am not left-wing or right-wing. I am not a socialist. I am not an anarchist. I am not a communist. I am not a Nazi. I am not a skinhead. I am not a terrorist. I am not a punk rocker. I am not a metalhead. I am not a candy raver. I am not a juggalo. I am not white, African American, Hispanic, or any quote-unquote race. I am not a hippie. I am not a Christian. I am not a Satanist. I am not a Buddhist. I am not Kemetic. I am not Wiccan. I am not Taoist. I am not Jewish. I am not pacifist. I am not nihilist. I am not gay. I am not straight. I am not bisexual. I am not occultist. I am not evil. I am not good. I am not you. I am human. And I would like to be treated and looked at as such. I am me.
Let me tell you something. You out here working on these streets? Or you sitting on your ass like a bum? You sitting there now, you head to the beat, trying to get that guitar strung. It go like.
Jacob Green is another of our featured artists. He plays both solo acoustic and slide guitar. Jacob also plays in a couple of other projects, Infinite Nature, a folk rock cast of at-will revolving musicians who change without notice, and his band Green in the Grit, a bluegrass punk band based in Beloit.
But still dig my hole in the ground. I said you're cutting me down to bring you up. You're cutting me down just to bring you up. You're running your mouth just a little too much. Now you're cutting me down to bring you up. You're just cutting me down to bring you up.
Mama Namusa Zaba, is an African storyteller, and she has performed at both of our first Art Not Apathy gatherings. She's also a poet and a musician, and she has just released her first book entitled It's Been a Long Time Coming, a memoir by Nomusa Zaba. And this is one of her writings from that book.
The shawl. And she wore the shawl. It was rectangular, yellow, red, and orange, draped across both shoulders, open in the back, then gently tossed across the right shoulder. And she wore the shawl. It was rectangular, yellow, red, and orange, draped over her right shoulder, then under the arm of the left, then draped over the right shoulder. And she wore the shawl, ever so gracefully draped over both shoulders, opening in the back. Her shawl was worn over her head, then tucked behind her ears as it fell loosely down over her shoulders, while she tossed the left piece ever so gently over her right shoulder. And she, well, she embraced her newborn child with her shawl. Bending over, balancing the little one carefully on her back, she placed the middle of the shawl at the middle of the baby's back, then tucked the shawl neatly under the baby's feet as she tied the open piece above her breast. And her shawl was black and triangular, for she was symbolic of the ceremonial mourning, the passing over of yet another comrade. She was symbolic of woman, the observer. Her quiet, mournful presence was necessary to complete the ceremony. Her shawl was symbolic of status, her spiritual wealth in the community. She was Mamkulu, the great mother, Indlavukazi, the woman elephant queen. All that she knew or would ever know was wrapped up in her shawl, sometimes red, matching her graceful headpiece. The shawl, triangular, was always tied in front.
I hope to inspire other people in my age bracket to know that they can do things in the world and they can make a difference. They can make a statement and people will listen to them. All they need to do is try.
It's that kind of day, reminded of you all over the place. Wondering when you'll be face to face now that our way is paved. The wind is bitter, memories bittersweet. Our souls entwined, we follow the story. Our story unveils, we are revealed. Verse by verse, in times of shattered dreams deceive. In paradises.
This is Lisa Spencer. She has performed at both of our previous Art Not Apathy gatherings, and she will be performing at our next to promote ecological awareness. This song is off of her new album, Lost Language.
Times are heavy and the mood is rare. We've nothing to lose, and if we do now, why should we care? The wind is bitter, memories bittersweet. A story of say in paradises, we're about to say in paradises, we're about to say paradise, paradise,
Beings of the sun, rejoice, for thou art free, and each of you a righteous star, as soul above and out. Rejoice, be free, take off your clothes, and remove thy shackles now. For unto us a King is born, within each and every one. Children of the sun and space, rejoice, for thou art free. Free as the wind, the gull and rock, the mountain and the sea. Awake, ye lonely gentlemen, from your crowded mind of labor, and run to distant shores and seek our life, which we are born. Nuit, Nuit, she sings to you of infinite space. She begs of you to feel her breast and from your sleep awake. Take heed, young child of metal shore, your freedom doth await. Pursue the infinite shores of love, that forever is your fate. Awake, ye children of the sun, for each of us is bright as any other star, as any other light. Rejoice, the time is now for us to be forever one, in love and birth, in tantric calls of infinite unison.
Many suns have risen since you had to face your consequence. The concepts never made much sense, but we all need something to rebel against. So my friend, how have you been? Is your life seen with a different perception? You never settle for less, no exceptions. And a hard road traveled is a hard lesson. Man on the mountain won't forgive. Tell boys loving and never live. The man on the mountain won't forgive. Tell boys loving and never live. Oh yeah. Time feels like it's stuck in place. When life feels like a big disgrace. You're hopeless when you focus on mistakes. And in awe when you find another law to break. Now you're under another name. Wonder there's no one to blame. Don't act like it's such a shame.
Please visit our site at O4I.weebly.com. It's spelled the letter O, the number 4, the letter I, .weebly.com. and there you can visit our online gallery and view others' works and submit your own, and our inspired writing section where you can read others' writings and submit your own. And also check out our featured artists page where you can view all the artists that performed here.
So will we grow or never change? Will we ever seek to gain a life that mostly seems so strange? Or a life that only brings us pain? And this sunset risen since.
That's it for our home base showcase. I'd like to send a special thanks to Jacob Hay for coming into the studio. Also Jacob Green for doing that piece for us. Stick around, we'll have more music for you coming up in just a bit.
All means something to a better love.